Hello everyone, Andrew here with another race from the Vortex Racing League, this time in the GP1 Championship, and the eagle-eyed among you may be going, hang on, GP1? You were in a Williams. That's right, I've changed teams. I've joined Liam in the Sauber squad for the rest of the season. I'm not going to be able to do every single race towards the end of the season, but just keep the points ticking over. So here's qualifying. That was my banker lap, which turned out to be my faster lap because I mucked up here. Yeah, lol. So that would have been a quicker lap on lap 2, but sadly it wasn't to be. So yeah, that was the quickest qualifying highlights ever. Your rundown of the grid: Liam on pole with a 141.4, Little Paul second on a 142.1, third Fibes with a 42.4, fourth Cena with a 43.8, me in fifth with a 44.4, Richie sixth with a 45.7, Gadalho with a 45.8, PTA Varese with a 47.6, and Anderdome did not set a lap time. And we're away pretty well, trying to keep things nice and clean. We've got a Lotus on the inside. It's Cena. Richie's come diving through though and taken out the Marussia. I think it was Fibes in the Marussia, and PTA Varese has slipped through as well, and we've held 5th position for now, but we'll be looking to get past both PTA and Cena pretty quickly. And we've got a run here on PTA. PTA makes a blocking move which works effectively because it means I didn't get through as we break down into this tricky left-hander. A bit further on in the lap, Little Paul spins out, so that gives us 4th. Shame for Little Paul after qualifying on the front row. And further on in the first lap, PTA spins out, and sure enough, we're on the podium. Talking to Liam before the race, he reckoned I could have got a podium if I'd kept it out the wall. But of course, this being me, I didn't keep it out of the wall, and this was a very weird one. I've never hit that wall before. Richie takes it, and then I stupidly lose my front wing, and that ruins the good start that we had. So down to 5th on lap 2, which became 7th once we'd pitted and we'd stuck the prime tyre on. And it was back into the old VRL routine of just try and get something out of the race now. But I made the same mistake again on lap 3, but thankfully didn't put it in the wall this time, but lost another position to the recovering Little Paul. And this really wasn't going well. Lap 5 though, who pitted there? Anderdome pitted, so we got back up to 7th on lap 5. And Anderdome then had a problem and retired, so our first retirement of the race, taking us down to 8 cars on the track. And later on that lap we overtook Fibes, who was in trouble as well. He'd had a puncture, and then made a mistake going into the pit lane and tyre wall, which wasn't great for him and ruled him out of the race. So yeah, what lap was this? Lap 6, I broke my front wing again. Good, great driving there, Andrew, absolutely fantastic. So we decided to make a stop. And we decided to keep on the prime tyre, because we hadn't really given the prime tyre a chance to see how it would perform. And then I put it in the wall again. That's Liam lapping us. It's only lap 7. And yeah, at this point I was stone dead last. 8 laps into the race. Lap 10, what's happening here? Oh, this is just me picking up pace and closing in on PTA Varese, who was pretty much consistently quicker than all the way through the race. It's just both of us kept making mistakes. I think, is this the point where we... Yes, this was an interesting development. We got a safety car. Richie had an accident, which unfortunately put him out of the race and gave us another position. But yeah, safety car. I've never had a safety car before. Actually, no, I lied. I had one on, I think, F1 2011. But yeah, a couple of laps behind the safety car. It hurt both me and PTA because Gadelho wasn't that far up ahead in front of Liam on the verge of being lapped, but didn't get lapped, and pretty much gained a lap on us. PTA lost it coming out the last corner, so that gave us 5th straight away, which I was quite relieved about, and you will see more why later on. But my brakes were a bit cold going into that corner, and Cena takes us. Aware that Little Paul was behind us, but PTA wasn't aware. Something happened between PTA and Little Paul, which Little Paul wasn't too pleased about. If you look on his video, you can see why. So lap 13. I think this is. I'm just picking up the pace here, trying to see if I can close down and make any sort of impression on Gadelho. A lot of work though, being this far down and struggling on the tyres a little bit there, running a little bit wide. So we were consistently bringing the time in, taking good seconds off Gadelho each sector. So we were hopeful that maybe if he made a mistake and I didn't, that we'd be able to catch him up. But sadly on lap 16 I was the one who made the mistake, lost another front wing, and it meant I had to go back to the pits again. This allowed PTA to overtake me just around the outside, coming out of the pit lane. But this could put me in quite a good position because it meant I got DRS, although initially I didn't realise. It's so rare that I actually get a chance to use DRS, I nearly forgot to use it. As a result I was quite a way back. PTA defended thin air there, compromised his exit, and I took the chance and did a sweet move up the inside. But that wasn't the end of matters. Yeah. I don't know how many times I have to say to him he can't race like that, but I've lost patience really. I'm just going to leave it to the stewards now, and hopefully he'll learn his lesson. Second time he's rammed me off in a VRL race. Gadelho did have a problem. He had quite substantial damage. I think he had a puncture because he was going quite slow for just having a broken front wing. So that allowed us to get our lap back. We were about 2 minutes 15 down. As you can see, we got it down to 49 seconds. So still with a little bit of a chance. If Gadelho made another mistake and we kept on the pace, we could have pulled him back in. PTA Varas had dropped off the back of us again, and yeah, the time kept coming further and further down. I think Gadelho's had problems on his new tyres, so we were hoping that we'd be able to maybe sneak a 4th place out of this race. The tyres were holding up pretty well, but we made another mistake and lost another front wing. I think that's front wing number 4? 3? 4? I've lost count and frankly don't care. So lap 25, we found ourselves in front of Liam, lapping us for the second time in this race. But we actually helped him out a little bit here with his quest for the fastest lap. As he was right behind us, he got DRS. I gave him a bit of slipstream as well. Got well out of his way. He carried on by. Yeah, he was quite pleased about that, and too right he should be as well, because it was a great race from Liam on Saturday, and a well-deserved victory and a step closer to the championship. Our fastest lap came on lap 27, as you saw there. Pretty happy with that. And on lap 29, the chaos was over. So the final race results: Liam takes the win on 25 points. Cena, a very good second place, followed in by a great recovery drive from Little Paul for third. Gadalho did well to take fourth, me in fifth, PTA Varus in sixth, Richie, Fibes and Andadone did not finish. A couple of videos that you might be interested in. On the left is the highlights of the previous round of the GP1 Championship from Monza, and on the right is last Tuesday's Formula 2 race from Monaco. Click that subscribe button in the top right hand corner if you want to receive more updates as they come out. I've been Andrew the Blade. Ta-ta for now.